Paul Mengold left his mark as the 30-year athletic director at Amity Regional High School in Woodbridge. At the state level, he held various positions on the Connecticut Association of Athletic Directors Board of Control. Mengold served as a consultant on the CIAC Board of Control from 2005 to 2014. He was also a consultant to the boys basketball and boys cross-country committees. Following his tenure at Amity, Mengold served as the CIAC Associate Director of Unified Sports until his retirement in 2023. Paul says his inspiration to pursue a career in education came from John Giampaolo, a teacher and coach of his at Massac High School in Monroe.
You know that old saying, the extra miles that stretch a road that's never crowded? I think Paul made his career on that part of the road.
When I became an AD in 1999, there were certain names that you knew as a coach, leading up to that time, and Paul Mengold would have been at the top of the list. I mean, he was considered at that time to be one of the best athletic directors in the state.
It was unique, time-consuming, but when you like to do something and you really enjoy it and it gives you great benefits as far as intrinsic value, it's not really work.
He makes it his obligation to be a mentor to our newer ADs.
He gave me an expression at one time as a younger AD that I kept and I said 100 times after that. As an athletic director, you're 1 minute away from a bad day every day. So just be prepared for it.
He would say, if you can network positively with other athletic directors, both at the section and national level, it's going to be a learning experience for you.
It's important that the student athletes in our state have exposure to the best possible programming.
Paul just had such a depth of knowledge as far as CIC rules because he spent so much time up here on committees and through CAD and through teaching education. He's teaching our rules to a next generation of coaches that are learning how to coach through education-based athletics.
Anything that I could bring to the table, I'd really think that might be helpful both to the student athletes at school and also to my school district.
I think he genuinely enjoyed being around student athletes and spending his time with coaches and developing new programs.
Along with all the other programming that we had created and expanded on in our district, we added unified sports. And part of that was a bit selfish in the sense that I was tired of not having real hands-on experience with student athletes. And so I personally got involved with our program and we started it. Became the basketball coach.
He was just an amazing person who just saw the true value in unified sports and making sure that inclusion doesn't end at the 2 o'clock bell. And someone like Paul really embodied that with his students at Amity High School.
Seeing our student athletes, meaning our unified student athletes, be melded right into our sports programs, I think was a great experience for them, their parents, and our student body at Amity.
And then of course coming on board here as a member of our staff and working with the Unified program for all those years.
I think Paul, generally his personality he's a giving person. I think he's a sensitive person to people's challenges in life. And that's just a natural progression to do all this good work with unified sports.
I've often said that since I was 5 years old, all I did was go to school. So I didn't go to work. And I think having that mindset kept me enthused. And I think I've always enjoyed Emerson's quote that nothing great's ever been accomplished without enthusiasm. And so I tried to follow that path.